These are really great tips for how to just enhance your family environment and how to have a happier household. As my favorite top two are going to be at the end. Those are thebomb.com, and so you really want to hear those. I am so excited about this video. It is all about the 8 things that you need to start doing right now with and for your family. I have an 11-year-old and a 16-year-old, and some of these things I did and I do with my kids, but I wish I had started when they were much younger. So whether or not you have kids already, this video is for you because these are really great tips for how to just enhance your family environment and how to have a happier household. So let's just dive right in. What I think you should do with your family are challenges. So what is a challenge? A challenge is something that you are going to work together as a group to accomplish. Now you can either do it as a group or individually. So something like a water challenge, right? Like making sure that you drink your body weight in ounces every day, or doing a tracking challenge or an exercise challenge, or any type of challenge, whether it's something that your kids got a project sent home from school that they have to do, and everybody does it together. But doing it as a challenge, it's like friendly competition. So everybody's trying to win, everybody's trying to accomplish a goal, but it kind of brings you guys together on a common bond of something that you're working together toward. So think of any challenge. It could be something like saving money for an upcoming vacation and having a jar and tallying up who put the most money in it every week. So, something small and clever and cute, or something really big and major, but something that you guys are doing together as a family and working toward. The second thing that I want you to do is set timers. Now, setting timers is literally saying, hey, ALEXA, set a timer for 15 minutes. This is what we do in our house, but we've selected 8 minutes because 8 minutes is like the sweet spot where we can get things done. So we set timers for 8 minutes to fold laundry. We set timers for 8 minutes to clean the bathroom, clean the kitchen, clean the living room. Our timer is mostly for cleaning because nobody likes to do it. Like, I am the only person who will clean up behind myself, like faithfully, and so we have to set timers to get things done, but we do it as a challenge. So we're like, okay, I'm gonna go to my room and fix my room, and you're gonna go to your room, and you're gonna go to the bathroom. 3, 2, 1, go. And then we all run and split up, and like when the alarm goes off, it's like we're done and that's it. I might still keep going. Somebody may have been on their phone for 2 minutes, but that doesn't matter. Like, we were all working and we all accomplished a goal. And we do that regularly just to keep things lively. And so I don't always have to say, hey, did you clean your room? Hey, like it's nagging, and I don't do that. So we just set timers. So you can set timers for homework if you want to. You can set timers for cleanup. You can set timers for chores. You can set timers for anything in your house, but that's a really fun way to just set some parameters and boundaries. It's especially good for little kids so that they know, like, okay, cleanup time is 3 minutes, and you set the timer, and when they hear the timer go off, then they know what to do. We also set timers for when we're trying to get out of the house by a certain time. I'll set a timer for like 3 minutes before we have to leave so that everybody knows, like, okay, time to wrap up, time to get out the door. All right, the third thing that you guys probably are already doing, but even if you don't have a big kid, you really want to start cooking together. And even if you have a baby in the high chair, bring the baby in the kitchen and have the baby like working on little tasks, or even, whatever it could be, right? Whatever a little baby could do or pretend to do, or play with butter or sauce or what have you. But I had my kids in the kitchen since they were like knee high to the counter, right? We would have step stools and my sons would be in there. My son knew how to use the Instant Pot to make soup by the time he was 8. I would just be like, put this in there, this in there, this in there, press the button, turn it on, and done. And to this day, my kids are really good in the kitchen. My oldest makes the best banana bread. My youngest can whip up breakfast like a champ, and he can also cook dinner too. So like when I'm not feeling it, he'd be like, Mama, go sit in your room for a few minutes, leave this to me. And I'll come out and there's like a 4-course meal and he cleans up behind himself. And so it's really, really awesome. So start cooking in the kitchen with your kids. It teaches them a really important skill, so they learn how to cook. It brings you guys together, and then you feel like this sense of accomplishment. And then also you guys like enhance your cooking skills, right? Because sometimes it gets boring and you have to find a recipe online. All right, the next thing that you should do, and we're getting closer to my favorites, is highs and lows. So highs and lows are when you come together as a family. You might want to call a family meeting, or you might do it at dinner time, and you talk about what your high points for the day were and what your low points for the day were. And what you really want to do is give everybody a chance to speak, and then you want to respond and ask questions, ask them how it made them feel, ask them why this went that way. If they're telling you what happened at school and there's other characters being brought in, ask them about that particular student. You know, is that the guy that I met the other day? Was he the one wearing the green shirt? You know, like really engage your kids, and then talk about your highs and lows, because it makes it a lot easier for people to open up, especially if you are not doing this yet. If you have littles, start right away. Just start, you know, when they start babbling and talking, just have a conversation with them. But start this right away, because it fosters a relationship of trust where your kids feel like they can open up to you, they can express what's going on, and you really want that for your kids. Sometimes we feel like we're parenting and we're guiding, and you know, that's really important, but building a relationship is much more important, because kids are gonna grow up, they're gonna leave the house, and they're gonna form new bonds, and you don't wanna be left out of that. You want to be really close to your kids their entire life, because who has more experience than you? And you want to be able to give them that guidance and experience when they get older. Okay, coming down to number 6 is exercise. Exercise together as a family. The most simple thing that you can do is after dinner or whenever you have a meal together, go outside and walk for 10 minutes. That really just helps aid in digestion, and it moves your food along, and it just helps you get that fresh air, exercise, sunshine. Go outside and walk for 10 minutes after every single meal. And if you don't have the opportunity to do that, come up with other creative ways that you and your family can exercise together. You can make this one of the challenges. You can make it like 200 crunches per week and start tallying it up on a board. But exercise as a family in the living room, outside. You can go jogging, you can go for a walk, you can throw the football around, but make it a habit. And if you have to start small, if you have to start with 1 day per week and then gradually add another day per week, do it until you're consistent. But I would encourage you to tell your kids that that's what you want to do as well, because then they will be motivating factors. Like your kids will come knock on your door or pull you out and be like, hey, it's time for us to exercise. We set a timer for 6 p.m. and it's going off and it's time to exercise. So make sure you do that every day. Your body will thank you and your kids will thank you, and that might just be an opportunity for you guys to spend time together, even if you're not doing a lot of talking. Even if you're just bonding and laughing, do it. All right, guys, now we are down to my top 2, my favorite 2. All right, so these are so good. Okay, so you want to worship together as a family. So you may pray for your kids and you may even read them Bible stories at night, but have you thought about setting a time apart where you can come together in family worship, where you have a structure where you sing together, you read together, you discuss, sometimes you let the kids lead out, but you just make it a joyous and fun time to be together, to learn about God and to grow in God as a family. When you start that practice when they're very young, they will carry that into adulthood, even with their own families. So don't keep reading the Bible and spirituality separate from your kids. Of course, you want to have your own private time. Of course, you want to have your own devotional time, but you also want to start a time with your family. And if you're looking for a Bible reading plan, I have one on our website, medicalmissionarykids.org, and we have a 1-year Bible reading plan. But if you're looking for a way to actually structure your worship and what that would look like and how you can get your kids involved, send me a message. You can use the link that's in the description. Send a message, because we have all these great ideas on how to start family worship, how to make it engaging and fun, and something your kids look forward to every morning and or every evening. And it doesn't have to be long. You can start with like 10 minutes at a time. When I was homeschooling my oldest, our Bible lesson was like our worship time, and we incorporated math, we incorporated reading, like we made it a lot of fun, and we had different projects and little activities he had to do. And so you can get really creative with worshiping together as a family. And so that is like the best thing that you can do together as a family. But now I have something really fun. So that was my drum roll, y'all. So now I have something really fun that I'm super excited about, and I'm trying to, kind of figure out what to name this thing. So I called it my kids make-believe night. And you guys, my oldest is 16 and he gets into this, okay? So don't think that because you have big kids, they won't be interested. If you're silly and fun as an adult, trust me, it is inside of your teenagers as well. So whether you have little bitties or you have teenagers, do this, do it now. Start doing it once a week, at the minimum once a month, guys. So this is my kids make-believe night. And I'm gonna give you some ideas for kids make-believe. Kids make-believe is when your kids get to be in charge of whatever you're doing, and you create a scene that everybody is an actor in. So for example, the simplest way you can do this is family movie night. So you pick a night, you guys are gonna watch a movie as a family, but your kids get permission to set up the concession stand. They set up the curtains. They make and sell tickets. They make the popcorn. Like, go all out. Set it up, dim the lights, find red fabric, make the theater, make the booth where you have to walk through the hallway and buy the tickets, and like go all out. Do the whole nine. So that is family movie night. Sometimes when we have dinner, like for Mother's Day or a special occasion, my kids will cook, but then they like to get in character and they like to get their little notebooks and put their towel over their arm like they're the maitre d', and then they're the waiters and the cooks. So they will serve the food, they'll take the orders. My son will make up like a crazy menu with things that we don't even have, and we'll start ordering it and he'll be like, no, we're out. No, we're out. No, we have spaghetti. We're out of everything else. But it's really fun. They love it. And I get in character and I put on my British accent, and like we go all out and we have a great time. And then, so yeah, do that. So I have so many more ideas. Travel adventure. So travel adventure is when you and your family pretend to go on an exotic vacation destination. You guys can create the place, you can make up a place, you can decorate where that place is gonna be. But then before you even get started, you have your kids be the travel agent. So they're selling you tickets to get there, they're booking your flight, you get on the airplane, they're the pilot, they're serving the in-flight snacks. When you get there, there's all sorts of shenanigans happening at this make-believe world, but just spend some time immersed in that experience. Get your passport stamped, have your kids do it all, make the passports, have people's luggage get lost, just make it crazy and make it a lot of fun. All right, something really fun for your creative kids are an art gallery night. So for art gallery night, you're gonna display all of your children's art. You're gonna have a museum curator talking about the art pieces, and then you wanna have a little auction for your art. So you're gonna have some fake money, make some fake paddles for bidding and auctioning, and just make it really creative. If your kids are very artistic and they're really into it, then take it a lot more seriously and let them know how valuable their art is to you. And if they're not as creative and they just made the art in the afternoon and you guys are auctioning it in the evening, have them come up with crazy names and crazy backstories behind it, and just like really get into it. Put on a suit, put on a dress, make it a gala night, and go for this event to see your kids' art displayed. You can also do something similar with a kids talent show where you have judges and you have performers and you have the MC. You might have stuffed animals. If you don't have a big family, the stuffed animals can be the audience, like give voices to them, make that really cool. You can do camping indoors, tell stories, make a fake fire, make campfire food, have your flashlights, and just go all out. And let's say you wanted to do family worship and incorporate it with your camping night. So that would be something really fun that you can do inside the house or even outside in the backyard. Kids Academy, have your kids be the teachers, have them make up classroom assignments, science project, pretend to be the students, give them a hard time or not. And do a game show. Come up with the game, have the host dress up, do family game shows, do family game nights. Just make it really fun and really interactive, not just your regular old boring Monopoly, but like do Jeopardy or do something, some sort of trivia game. You can even do a family trivia game where people are guessing who that household member is. And make it a lot of fun and creative. And the last one, before we get, there's more than the last one. Okay, you can do a spa night together as a family, and you guys can do massages and pedicures and nails. Dad can really get into that. You can also do a news anchor night where your kids pretend to be news anchors and they write the family news, and it's just crazy stories with their pets and everything. You can have a sportscaster, you can have a weather forecaster, just really get into it. And the other one, the last one that I'm thinking of, which is can be really fun but also really eye-opening, is to do family therapy night. And so for family therapy night, what my kids and I have done is we pretended to be one another. And that is really eye-opening to see what your kids think about you and how they think that you are. And that can be fun, but it can also turn into something really eye-opening and really serious. So like for my kid, I remember like pretending that I'm him and I'm in my room and we're calling him for dinner. Like an hour later, he comes out and he's like, oh, did you guys eat without me? Like, just get into character and be it. My kids act like me and I'm like, that's embarrassing. So, but really eye-opening. So I want to encourage you to come up with your own ideas that make living together in the same space fun, make it exciting, make it a growing experience, and have a different type of relationship with your kids than maybe you already have, or maybe that your parents didn't have with you, or maybe you had a great relationship with your family and your parents, and you want to incorporate some of those things into how you're raising your kids right now. So if that's the case, go ahead and share below in the comments what are some family traditions that you guys do, what are some things that your parents did that you plan to incorporate or that you do incorporate with your own kids, and let me know which of these ideas you're going to do with your family. So I can't wait to hear all about it, and I can't wait to share with you guys all the crazy, wacky stuff that we do in our household. Until next time, mwah.